Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody, and today, well, it's something completely different. I'm going to be playing some Plutocracy. It's basically a business simulation where you try to become the richest person in the USA. The reason I decided to play this game is because a few people in the live stream have been saying, hey, why don't you play a few different games now and then? So I thought I'll give this one a bit of a whirl. I've watched a few videos, it looked kind of cool, so I picked it up on Steam. And we're going to give it a bit of a go. So if you do enjoy this, let me know down in the comments. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, all that good stuff, because I'm happy to continue on the series. Otherwise, I'll sort of thread in the odd different game here and there in between my normal simulation videos that I usually put together. So with that said, what I'll go ahead and do is we're going to play in Sandbox Mode. I've watched a few videos, but I haven't actually played the game myself. But what I'll do is I'll set up my character. We're going to start in 1880 right here, and our job is to really become as wealthy as possible, as quickly as possible. We've got some default settings in terms of the size of the world, the difficulty. You can't change those at the moment. It is an early access. These are locked at the moment, by the way. I'm wondering whether they become unlocked when you start winning. Not too sure. But there are a bunch of additional features that are going to be added to the game in the future from what I understand. But in the meantime, let's give it a go. I'm going to create my character. I'll come back once that's ready to go, and that way we can get into the game itself. Alright, I have my character created, and don't I look good? I wish I could grow a beard like that. Anyway, the key points are that I'm in New York. That's the state that I've decided to start. Apparently I'm a straight married man who is an atheist Democrat. I just randomly chose those, so don't read too much into that. I just sort of go with that. So let's go ahead, start our game in the year 1880. Okay, here we go. And so you get these cool little graphics in between with some quotes, which are kind of cool. Never allow someone to be your priority while allowing yourself to be their option. That is quite good advice, actually. So let's get into it. Okay, so there's going to be hints and tips. We might just use a few of those for a start. For some reason, I got a portrait of myself on the wall. A little bit vain, but there we go. Okay, yes, you can improve your thingy. Okay, I think I'm just going to close these because it's going to go through some basics. It will be a bit annoying. But for a start, I mean, you've got your luxuries all noted in here. And depending on what you're trying to achieve and which rewards you're trying to get, these collectibles will become important. And you can always buy these collectibles and then go ahead and sell them for more. Here goes the assets that I have at the moment. When you start trading shares, you get in there. When you start lending out money, which is a good way early on to generate a bit of cash, this will show your assets, any property you have, taxes that you incur once you start owning stuff, and then other stuff right in there. You have a maintenance cost every quarter, and depending on basically the bigger and more wealthy you get, the more of this that you pay. Here goes the loyalty in here. So at the moment, I've got this person who has no loyalty at all to me, and it's a -5. So she could actually be an enemy by the looks of it. Anyway, so there's a bunch of different screens in here. I'm just going to have to navigate my way around. Here I am over in New York State. Here goes my competitor at the moment over there in California. And so they're developing a few of these, as you can see. So here goes some things that you need to try to achieve. Well, economic achievement, so market the share, capture 15% market share in any state, and stuff like that. You can see the different things you got right here. You've also got, how do we go back there, everybody? We go back up here. Politics achievements by doing corrupt deals, cancel judgments, etc. So that looks like it's a little bit later in the game. Personal achievements, this is something I can start working on straight away. So collectibles, you get 3 items, you get to level 1, 6 items, you get level 2, etc. Look to make $1 million, conduct negotiations, that's definitely something we'll be doing. Completing ambitions on the behalf of other people, that's another thing. So we've got to have a look at these, because every time you earn one of these, or to get to a certain level, you'll get a star, and then you can put that star into some skills that will make your life easier. So we'll get to that skills tree in just a minute. Here goes all the different agents you have underneath you. Basically, you earn these agents as you go, and they'll be able to help you do certain things. For example, you might loan out a loan and someone doesn't repay it back to you. Then you can get a collector onto them and get them to pay it back. You got your mailbox right here. And we've got economics. We've got a whole lot of stuff right there. that you can check out. So we won't look at that too much at the moment. So let's go back into my little cabin here. You click on your finances right here and it brings that up automatically. So that's nice and easy. And you've got some other stuff right here. You've got your connections. So that's another shortcut to some of that other stuff we were looking at before. Now right here is the skill tree I was talking about. It's not really a tree, it's a bookcase. But essentially at the moment you've got 1 star to start off with each at each level. And in each of these, you choose, as you earn stars, you can choose any of these different things and they're going to help you in certain ways. So for example, finances, you get to level 1 and your maintenance cost, remember that $2,000 that I had? That's going to decrease by 15% at level 1. You get another star, 30%, etc. Other stuff you can do is basically etiquette reduces the likelihood of getting a negative effect from exiting negotiations. So you'll see that as the series goes on, what that's all about. Trading, for example, you get discount when you're trying to trade stocks and the alike. So yeah, the key is earn the stars by doing certain in-game sort of tasks, and this will help you out big time. So down the bottom here, so this is my current cash flow that I am earning on my assets at the moment. So because I've only got maintenance, it's a negative, so it's minus 2k. Once I start lending out loans and stuff like that, that's going to increase or decrease if you're not doing very well. That's how much money I got in the bank. This is my reputation basically, or influence is what it's called in the game. And that can go up and down depending on what you're up to at any given time. Here goes basically the wealth. Your wealth. So at the moment I've got 100k in the bank, so just a wealth of 100k. And this over here is your reputation. So reputation will help you in different aspects of the game. So there's a very quick overview. There's a lot more to it than that, but you get the basic gist. So the key is you actually run it quarter by quarter. So you can run the clock and different things happen. People might offer you to buy shares or do a certain number of different things, offer auctions that you can buy. And then at the end of the quarter, it basically tallies up all your assets and your income and all that sort of stuff. And then everything resets for the next quarter. So it goes quarter by quarter basically, but the clock ticks along on a sort of a day-to-day basis. So with that said, what we've got here is 100k. So we're probably, for a start, probably the way to go is to go ahead and start loaning out some money to people. So let's go and start doing that. Okay, so for a start, what you can actually do, just so you know, you go up into the map. If I click on my state, you've got a bunch of different tabs here. We won't worry too much about this stuff in the meantime. We've got some government officials, and they will come into play later in the game where you need to influence them. So that's something to keep in mind. You've also got companies. Now, this is where you can buy and sell and trade stocks, essentially. So you could go in here, for example. You can see all the different current investors, and you can actually offer them some money to buy their shares. But you need to evaluate the company, decide whether you want to do that. But so there's just some things that you need to be aware of. But what we're actually going to do is, if we get back into the office down here, we are going to go to our persons. And if we go to persons search, what we can actually do is find out what their ambitions are. And so if you can fulfill these guys' ambitions, you can earn some reputation and some skills. And you can also get them on your side to help you in future negotiations and future deals and stuff like that. Okay, so what I've done, everybody, is I've actually filtered out these particular people by their ambitions, and I've used the ambition of loan. So basically, they need some money. I've got some money. They need some money. So let's go ahead and try to find some people who are going to be a good risk, lend them some money, and hopefully we can just build a little bit of wealth, and we can start looking at some other opportunities. So if we look here, it gives you in the pop-up box here some key information. How much money they want, how long they want it for, and at what rate, what interest rate, and then the risk of loan default. So if you look at this one here, he wants 24.2k. He wants it for 2 quarters, so 6 months, and at 7% rate. But there's a 50-50 chance that he is going to default on it. So that doesn't sound like a very good option to me. Now, the other thing I need to be aware of is states, because I'm pretty sure I can only lend to people in my state. So let's just keep that on New York. So the next guy here, he needs 23k for 3 quarters, 9%, 26.3. So it's 9%, 26.3. So there's a 75% chance he'll pay us back. That seems like a pretty good deal, so we'll keep him in mind, Evan Edwards. Next one here, we've got 8%, but 84% default rate. So I'm just going to look at the default rate for a start. 19%, 13. He wants 45k, 3/4 at 19. His default's only 19. So Evan Coleman is definitely our favourite right now. This one is 91% default rate. That's not good. 20% at 13.4k for 2/4. That looks pretty good. Actually, let's go back up to this guy. I don't think we can get much better than old Evan Coleman right here. Let's right click on him. Ambition. He wants this. Let's go ahead and say, yep, you're good to do that. So when you actually fulfill an ambition, you then get presented with some options here. You can either increase your loyalty with him, or I can grab Polly, who's a courtesan, who will reduce required influence for character encounters. So that's could be handy. Or this one here is about killing characters. What I'm going to do is just up my reputation with him at the moment, or loyalty. So we'll just do that in the meantime. Let me go ahead and just search out some of these deals, and I'll join you soon. Okay, we found another good one here. It's only 6.5k for a year, but it is there's only a 5.30% chance of default. So it's a small return, but let's just go ahead. It's a small outlay too, so let's just go ahead and do that one. And we're going to go ahead and go loyalty again. So let's go with that. Let's try to find some more loans here, everybody. Okay, our next one here is Sophia Murphy, 24.5%, but it is an interest rate of 17%. I'm going to take the risk on this one too, so let's go ahead and do that. That leaves me with just 10.3k in the bank. So I'm going to go for a reputation. There we go. Okay, so I've basically lent out all my money except 10k. We'll leave 10k in the bank. As you can see, the loans that I've got at the moment are generating 11.2k per quarter. So we'll go ahead and we'll start the timer. We'll let things tick along. If you look over here, certain things pop up that you can look at. There's a bill that's been submitted, all that sort of stuff. We won't worry about that too much at the moment. And also, what you'll also see over here is basically when auctions might occur, like this one right here, classic example. So we've got a cognac right here, and starting price is 2.37. The price is 5.39. Now, this is one of the collector's items that you can go for, so let's go ahead and participate in this auction. You want to get less than 5? I've got the top auction at 2.61. You little ripper! Okay, so straight away we've picked up this cognac. Now, we could go ahead and sell it, or we can retain it, because when we look at our ambitions and personal achievements, we've got a collectible right here. So if we click on this, this is the wrong place. Let's go. We had to go into luxuries and then up here to the alcohol place, and we've got this cognac in here. So I can either hold on to it, and that's going to boost my influence, as you can see right there, or I could go ahead and sell it for a profit in the future. If I get 3 of these, then that's going to give me an achievement, which gives me a star that I can then go and boost up my my current stats. So that's one thing to take note of. And you can see the days are counting down pretty quickly here. It looks like it's winter in the background. So I'll just wait for this to click over. And 11.2k. Oh, looks like we've got a firearm available right here. It is a katana. We cannot afford that, so we just go think on that, which means no. Anyone in sales knows that thinking about it means no. Let's just wait for this to... Oh, we've got to press the play button here, everybody. We're just about finished our first quarter. And here we go. We've got John Rockefeller giving us some good advice here. So make sure you take that into account. Press any key, and that looks like a pretty successful quarter. If I bring up my ledger right here, first thing to check for is loans. It looks like I did lend out to 3 people, so one person has completely repaid their loan. The other 2, they're continuing to pay me at good interest rates, so that's great. And as you can see, my maintenance has increased up there to 2.97k. That's because I own a couple of things. So the next thing to do here, everybody, is to go ahead and perhaps start looking at loaning out some more money. So let me go and do a bit of research, and I'll join you soon. Okay, I think I've found this one right here, everybody. We go to Ambition. They want 39.5k, which is a good chunk of my change. And they are going to, they have got a 1 in 4 chance of defaulting, but I'm going to go ahead and give that to them. Let's see if we can find, what do we got here? I don't want to arrange accidents at this point. We've got 1 journalist already, so let's go ahead and increase our reputation. So our loyalty, I should say. Let's see if we can find a nice little deal for around 10k. Alright, this is the one that I found here. It's 13.4k. It is only for 2 quarters, and it's not for a huge interest rate, just 7%, but only a 20.2% chance of default. Seems like a good deal. Let's go ahead and select that, and we'll see how we go. Okay, what do we got here? Nicholas Bailey. Let's go with loyalty for him at the moment, I think. And we have got our Wishmaster achievement straight away. Easy as that, ladies and gentlemen. We get a star, so we'll go to continue right here. We'll go down to our house. We'll go up onto our thing right here, our skill tree, and we can go ahead and spend some stars. Okay, after a quick look, I think I'm going to spend a star here on finances because this reduces your player maintenance costs, and early on, every dollar counts. So I click on that and say yes. And we are good to go. We've now got 2 stars up here in economics, and we've got volume 1 of finances. It means that our maintenance costs are 15% less. So that's great. If we do take a look down below here, we've only got 3k in the bank, but we do have 12k of projected income coming in this quarter. And our influence right here is up to 85 already. So let's go ahead and well, let's have a look at this auction right here. Oh, we've already seen this one. Let's go ahead and press the play button, and let's see what happens. Okay, we're rapidly approaching the end of the quarter. One thing I do like about this game is if you interact with anything, then it automatically goes on to pause, which I quite like. Makes it nice and straightforward. Here goes Abraham Lincoln. Neither of these gentlemen look like him. So let's go ahead and check out our... Now that looked pretty solid. Our balance sheet seemed to go up pretty well there. And so our loans, how we're looking. All our loans are still in play. We have got a very small interest rate here, but they are ticking along. And we're generating some nice income. Now we do have 15k in the bank after just earning that interest that quarter, and our net wealth is up to 123k already, everybody. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's have how about we just let this run for a while. I'm going to keep the 15.2k in the bank. Let's check out this auction. These are worth... Oh, okay. Okay, why not? Let's participate in this. We're bidding. As long as we get under 2k, I'll be happy. Oh, there was a sneaky bid right at the end. Oh, I'll get this last bid. I'm not going any higher. Nah, quit. Yep, there we go. That is good. He still got it for under market price. I probably should have continued on. That was good discipline, I was going to say. But I still came away with nothing. In the meantime, let's go and check out some stocks that are going on. So if we take a look at these stocks, some of the key areas you want to look at here is market cap. How high is it? Also profitability. Obviously, that's going to a determining factor early on. What you're probably doing is you're probably flipping stocks pretty quickly for a start. So you want to have some good dividends, so you get that quarterly income, and you want to be able to get out of the stock pretty quickly if you need to. So early on, it's just about building some income base. So I'm not too sure whether we're going to actually be able to do much here. Now, this required loyalty talks about, the influence. This is a required influence you're going to need to be able to even negotiate stocks with people. One thing you can look at doing is perhaps dealing with calm people for a start, because during the negotiation process, if you fail to negotiate a deal with the person, and anything but a calm, it's going to affect their relationship with you. But if they're calm, it doesn't matter. They're still not going to worry too much. They're going to they're not going to take it personally. So perhaps what we could do is, hold on. Let's see if I can deal with this. Why not? We've got 15k in the bank, not much. Let's go ahead, and the share price is 110. What I should probably do is... A good idea would probably be to note down as I grab a piece of paper in the background here, absolute organisation. So we're getting this for 110 because it's good to know how many shares you got for what price. And it's only going to be 0.01% of the... let's just go... Shall we spend all our money? Why not? Let's go ahead and spend all our money. So 137 shares. That's what we're trying to buy off her. So you go round one, and this then gives you 3 options. So depending on what you want to do, it's either going to increase your probability of getting a deal done. That's what the plus 2% is. And the second portion is what the discount you're going to get on the share. So this one here is both in the green. So you beauty, let's grab that. Now this meter here, It's not looking good. It's going to be red because this thing was basically this clicks around, and then wherever that sort of little needle finishes will depend on whether you get the deal done or not. So could not get the deal done. How about little Andrew Miller right here? So these guys are calm, so it's not going to affect my relationship with them. Let's go ahead and just try to spend the whole lot. This isn't looking as attractive. We might have to overpay a little bit. Okay, so this is $112. Oh, and we get the deal done. So we get 135 shares. I'm just making a note here for Collectibles. Okay, so 112. That's just something to remember. Let's go ahead and sign that up. So now we've got shares in the company. So we can either sit on those and wait for someone to offer us, or we can increase our share of the company. And the more share we have, then the more influence within the company, to a point where you can actually get a controlling share and then start making decisions within the company. I think once you get over, I think it's over 1%, you then get a vote on this company decisions, but I'll need to check that. So let's go ahead and press play right here. Now, people may just out of the blue start offering me money for those shares. So as you can see over here, I've got a minority stake in the company. There's 347 workers right there. So it gives you some stats. You can have a look at the revenue projections, etc. You can have a look at some of the things you can use in the future, using your agent if you need to rumble or do something like that. The management of the company right here, so you can change CEO. And as you can see, it can get quite involved as we roll over to Q4 of 1870. Let's press any key. And yeah, that was good. 71,000 in the bank. Now let's just finish off looking at this company right here. Here goes the revenues, the expenses, income, taxes, all that sort of stuff. The type of workers, whether they're hiring, a whole bunch of stuff. And once you get a controlling stake in here, see, you can start making a whole lot of adjustments and really micromanage the company. So, okay, that's one thing I haven't really done a lot of. So we'll look forward to doing that in the future. But in the meantime, I'm just a minority shareholder, holding my nice little shares. At the moment, the market share, I'm trying to think. This has all gone down last quarter, some of that information. It'll be interesting to see how much I can get for those shares. But let's go into our bank right here. And as we can see, under loans, we've just got 2 loans remaining there, which means the other people did pay off their loans, which is absolutely fantastic. One thing we have incurred is taxes, because we've got a federal tax and a New York tax. Now, on the back of owning the Eclipse Rises right there, we're going to be incurring some tax. It's not a huge amount at this point, but it's just something to be aware of. But at the moment, in the space of a very short time, we've managed to accumulate $135,000 of wealth. So that's not too bad at all. Let's just quickly check out this little auction over here. What's going on? 4.8 and it's 9.54. Yes, let's go with that. So anything under 9, I'm all over it. Saw a few people in the hunt here. I'm expecting. Oh, and I win it quite comfortably. You little ripper, get in there, boy. Okay. Okay, they've given me the good news. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. In a very short time, I've managed to make some good deals in terms of loans, get some shares on the board. I'm not too sure how much those are worth at the moment. Probably not a heck of a lot. But they are producing an income of $72 a quarter. It's not a heck of a lot. But it's at least better than nothing. And of course, our loans have generated some great income thus far. We've made some good decisions around the type of people we've lent to. So once again, if you did enjoy this episode, let me know. We will look to do another episode. If I get enough people who did enjoy this, I'll go ahead and make another episode. Remember to smash the like button down below, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, everybody, take it easy.